into reality. So you can use this contingency reserve. Now coming back to the, I believe this is the last and final slide, and now coming back to the critical success factor for this particular for project risk management is about value of risk, commitment and responsibility. And then you have communication, your organizational commitment, your risk effort, and then your integration with project management. Okay. Now let's start with the value of risk management. Now project risk management should be recognized as a valuable discipline, okay, in an organization that provides an positive potential return on investment for organization. Management, stakeholders, and team members. Now, this is about the value. Means basically, what I'm trying to say here out here is that the management should value risk management. Risk management. ठीक है, वो जब होगा तब देखेंगे ना, या not now. Let's talk about the risk when it occurs. Not that way. Let's the management should have a value towards risk management. That is what I'm trying to say out here. Commitment and responsibility. Project participant and stakeholder, whoever are your project participant and stakeholders, should all have a commitment and responsibility for undertaking the risk and doing their roles and taking the responsibility and asking whatever is required from their side to mitigate those risks or to enhance those risks or whatever is required for that particular risk, whether it's a positive or an impact or a negative. We should have that individual commitment or responsibility for this is one of the key factors which could which can have project risk management success. Now, talking about communication, as part of project management, a project manager spends nearly 80% of his time in communication. So, when you're talking about risk management also is part of project management. So, communication about risk should happen at the right time and to all the stakeholders involved, so that everybody is aware that what will happen if this risk occurs, or they are ready with their response. And it is like basically to get a consensus from everybody, you need to communicate the risk properly. Now talking about organizational commitment, okay. Now organizational commitment, okay. When you're talking about organizational commitment, okay, the project risk management strategy, okay, has to fall in line with the organization goals and objectives also. So there has to be a commitment from the organization, okay, whenever requires a high level of managerial support other than the project management discipline, because handling some of the factors will require approval or response from others at level above the project manager. So you need to have an organizational commitment towards handling the risk. This is also one of the most important factors, that what we call management support. Okay. Now, value of risk management and management support are two different things. Value of risk management is that the management should have a value for risk. Now, here talking about organization commitment is about that for responding to a risk. Okay, you need to have the management support, because if you're planning to use the contingency fund or any other thing, or you're trying to use the highly skilled resource of your organization. So here you should have an management support to help you in that. Now talking about risk effort. risk effort. Okay, risk effort, when you're talking about risk effort, is about that and the project risk management should be appropriate to its potential value to the project and the organization. Means whatever project risk management is talking about is means whatever risk effort you are going to put in, okay, it has to be appropriate and it should be working towards the outcome of mitigating those risks or see about encashing the opportunities. Now another thing is that then the last and most important factor is that integrating of the risk management with project management, which is really very important, because project risk management cannot cannot exist in vacuum. Okay, it cannot be isolated from other project management process. So project risk management requires the correct execution of the other project management processes also. So this is how these are all the critical success factors which will make project risk management easygoing and which will help us to have the response or identify the risk or mitigate risk in a proper fashion. I hope I was able to